Tell me about your reviving prayer circle.
So,
So you're going to be doing that on a consistent basis.
so we take a break in the summer because kids
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they tire us out. But mostly during the calendar year, every Tuesday at 6:30, we do our reviving prayer circle. So we invite a different prayer leader. We give them a word.
Yeah.
So the prayer leader before your assigned prayer day, you are given a word. So say for instance, grace. So you have to focus your prayer around the word of grace.
Oh, wow.
And so we let you run with it. Whatever you need to communicate, however you need to hold your session is how you do it.
How much advance notice do I get?
Well, a week before. Yeah, so a week before. Yeah, so you're gonna have to come on. But they're really fun.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, because like you say, you want different programs, different services, because the different people subscribe to different things, and that's the whole thing is inclusivity versus exclusivity. You want to bring more people in and make people feel welcome. Because that was an interesting thing that I was going to ask you about, and I'll get to a little bit later. Is about the different type of lung cancers that you get and the diagnosis part. But then you also have my sister circle, the educational forum. Talk about that a little bit.
Right. So my sister circles are Monday, and this with our prayer circles are actually virtual. We host them on Zoom and we stream them live on Facebook. So you know how when you have certain questions and you scared to ask them, and then the other option is that you don't know who to ask. So we bring those people forward. So for example, we had my plastic surgeon. I love her Andrea Moran. I love her. So I had her come on and she talked about different reconstruction options. So if you had a specific question that you're not sure of how to ask or who to ask, this would be the opportunity to ask those questions. Because my mama always said you don't know the answer unless you ask. So we just bring in experts to the forefront so we can ask those burning questions or just learn a little bit more about a specific topic associated with cancer.
Wow, that and I like that because you can have cancer, you can be in any kind of situation, and you can kind of be going through that experience based on what you heard or what you thought or your perception of something. But it's really something else to get it from, like you said, what's an expert. I'm an expert on me, but learning, the expert has, done extensive research, has had experience with, lots of people in order to arrive at the decisions and the philosophies and beliefs and the facts that they do have. And so I really like that. And again, that's one reason why I started the radio show. And I so believe in nonprofit organizations, especially smaller ones like yours, because you get to craft that organization around the people that you are servicing rather than creating an organization that you want to that shines you as this thoughtful great person, and it's the smaller organizations that keep it so close to that mission, the whole reason you started the organization, and it allows you to grow so much more easily. Talk about and that's one thing that I really like about your organization. You know what do we consider small, right? That's subjective. To some extent, it's subjective. But the thing that I like is all of this, the way you've constructed it. You have a full board. You're able to do all of these events because you have board members who have background and expertise in so many different things. So when you say I have an educational forum, it's not just, well, we just gonna, no, I have the people to really be able to provide education to people about what they're experiencing. Talk about how you constructed that board, how it came to be that you identified these people that you wanted to be on the board, why those things were important.
Ooh, that's a very hard question. So how it came, it was just, I think fate was the reason.
Yeah.
So during my journey, I had a few people who helped me through it. I know one of them was my hairstylist, Felicia Berry. Thank you, I love you. I told her what I wanted to do. I wanted to start a nonprofit. And so she started introducing me to other people who may have had some before, or who would be a good asset to know. And then just networking, having those conversations. And so one of the strongest, I would say, partnership, who's also a member of my board, is Black Nurses Society. This organization speaks to everything that we do. You know, cancer, you're always sick, you're always feeling some certain type of way, you're not sure where to go. And sometimes you may not get that answer from your provider because they're rushed, you know, in different aspects.
Right.
So they take the time and answer those questions for you. So I like that. And then the president, Shani Witherspoon, dropping names, she's also an oncology nurse.
Wow.
So it's seeing so much, so closely to the things that we're doing. And then the more conversations that I have, because again, everybody has that connection with cancer, if they know what we're doing, and I think that a lot of people see that we are pure in what we're doing,
Right.
we're not using cancer as a business
Right.
to gain money.
Right.
We are all volunteering our time to
Right.
literally save lives from our perspective. And I think when people see that, they're willing to help. You know, so that's when the nutritionist came in. The nutritionist, Latanya Ford, she's a nutritionist at UH, and actually she's part of Black Nurses Society. And she reached out to me. She said, "I'm a nutritionist. I want to provide some services."
Wow.
And that's how it comes. We've been blessed.
Wow.
No, she wasn't technically a cancer nutritionist, but she learned what she needed to learn to help our sisters.
To volunteer.
Yes, that's what we've been really blessed. I cannot say we've been very blessed. People come to us, or we reach out to someone. So there's another lady, Diarrhea Queen Esther, that we're forming a partnership with as it relates to skincare. You know, creating those natural products because your skin tends to be dry when you're on chemo or radiation. Creating those natural products that won't cause any other issues. Tell us about it. How can we do it? You know, so she's teaching us those type of things. But it's just been so natural. I mean, I think I'm surrounded by a bunch of amazing women, and they too are surrounded by a bunch of amazing people, and we just get to know each other and see how we can help one another.